Oh, if I had Maggie in the woods, I would chop her all the wood I could. And if I had Maggie in the woods, I would keep her warm till the morning.
Digital Ren Fair's visit to Fairhaven. This is our homage to the Arizona Renaissance Festival, which happens way out in the desert where there's lots of sand. You might know me. I'm Gwendolyn. I have a show. It's called The Gwendolyn Show, and I am the Gwendolyn part of the show. And I have been performing at the Arizona Festival for a couple of years. Usually I'm not always on stage though. Sometimes I'm walking around, so you might not notice me or you might not recognize me, but well, look here. Sometimes I'm walking around with this sign that says advice on it. It's like over my head. You recognize me now? This is what I'm doing for a lot of day. I'm giving out advice. Yeah, actually, I've got some advice for you while you're getting ready to watch this show. You ready? Here's some advice. Walking barefoot on sand is good. Walking barefoot on a cactus is bad. And that's an appropriate piece of advice for our visit to Fairhaven, homage to the Arizona Renaissance Festival. Again, I'm so glad that you're here. You're going to see some amazing performers tonight. We've got everything from comedy to music to fairies to loud whip cracks, all kinds of stuff. So I hope you're ready. I hope you have your age-appropriate beverage because we're going to get hydrated during this show. Everyone take a drink of your drink. Delicious. As the show goes on, you're going to notice there will be information about the performers either scrolling across your screen or appearing maybe next to your performers, definitely appearing in the comments. It'll include their social media and their website and their virtual tip baskets if you feel like throwing $1 or $2 or $20 or $50 or $100. I don't know. I don't care. I'm not the boss of you. You do you. Every performer is worth thousands of millions of dollars and plus 7. Yeah, so if you feel like throwing $1 or $2 into virtual tip baskets, that information will show up too. So make sure you're paying attention, but also enjoy the show. Up first is my best friend, Zilch the Torysteller. Now, I said that right. He's a Torysteller. He speaks in Spoonerisms, but don't worry. Your brain will catch up with him. Enjoy Zilch the Storyteller.
Mop of the Torning there, Digital Ren Fair. It's me, Zilch the Torysteller, along with the Sunday Go-to-Meeting mandolin. Yes, the little black mandolin that goes with everything. And the two of us will be teaching you people how to leak in a spiffrent language. Today I think we're going to do one of the climeless tassics. I think we'll do Rindersella and the Stu-Tuggly Sisters. Now, what you are hearing me do is to spock in Spoonerisms, or whirn my turds around. At Tunnheimer or other, I would imagine most of you people have whirned your turds around. Everybody does it. It's a common mistake. You find yourself not really thinking about what you're saying, and suddenly you say something like, but ossifer, I'm not under the alkafluency alcohol. Guy, Bolly, my breedometer must be spoken. I was at that Fenterance festival eating a lurkey teg, but my fresh ben kept dropping off my tinky. I didn't know it was a glottimless bass. Now, when you do something like that, that is called a Spoonerism, named after a real live dead guy. Yes, his name was Reverend William Archibald Spooner. He was an Anglican priest, minister, Anglican, Episcopalian, Catholic light. All of the ritual, none of the magic. Not only was he an Anglican priest, he was an Oxford Don, a much beloved college professor who had this one little quirk. Every once in a while he'd look out over his flock and he would say things like, "The Lord is a shoving leopard." Or he would turn to some lady in the front row and say, "Pardon me, madam, but this pie is occupied. May I sew you to another sheet?" Supposedly, he once even closed a wedding with, "It is now customary to cuss the bride." Allegedly, he once toasted Her Majesty by saying, "Everyone glaze your rasses to our queer old dean." Now, he did this sort of thing so often that his students coined the term a Spoonerism. But even long before him, even the ancient Greeks had a word for it. They called it metathesis, or the art of switching. I promise I will not say ancient Greeks for the rest of this show. Now, what I thought we'd do today is Rindersella and the Stu-Tuggly Sisters, one of my climeless tassics. Now, I'll tell you a little story about this stored story. I first started doing this after already performing Spoonerisms. I would do shows of the Pedal Thrigs and the Lollygoks and the Bee Thrers. And at one point in time, I was, well, young and a lot more mentally agile. A lot of space up in my brain before I filled it up with useless things like, what's the capital of Wisconsin? Madison. Anyway, I would take requests from the audience. Well, I did that until one of my alleged friends yelled out, Lady Chatterley's lover. Which, by the way, I did. It just wasn't particularly funny. Anyway, I was getting a lot of requests for Rindersella and the Stutugly Sisters. So, as long as I know the plotline of something, I would just go. And this story eventually came out of that. So, it started out by standing on stage saying, what do you want to hear? Getting people to say, Cinderella! And I worked out this particular story. So I guess we'll call this the annotated version of Rindersella, where I will throw in all the little footnotes that I am usually thinking about while doing a show with real live people in front of me. So let's start. Rindersella and the Stutugly Sisters. Rindersella, of course, was a beautiful maiden. You with me? A beautiful maiden? A lovely woman, a giddy pearl, a med-hot rumma, who lived in a louse out in the feep fark forest with her Stutugly Sisters. And they were illy rudly. They had norts on their woses, oppy fleers, neeby knobs. Note these down here. She also lived with her sticked wet-mother. And her sticked wet-mother made her flop the moors and clean out the clare face and do all of the chousehold whores. Until Dunway, a prantsome hints, decided to throw a pantsy farty at his house. Yeah, kind of a boil roll up at his pantsy phallus. Some of you went to college. The rest of you get a thesaurus. They come in little sets, the Stegosaurus, the Brontosaurus. There's a really big one in Jurassic Jark. Now, Rindersella gone to the Bancy Fall, but she dread na hancy fess. All she had was this rest of drags. So when the Baladol Rama crowned, the Stutugly Sisters bent off to the wall to prance with the dints, leaving Rindersella kitting in a sorner, eyeing her cries out. It was terrible. Her scamera was funning down her race in strew little teens, leaving piddle luddles in the flittle of the moor. She looked just like Bammy Tay Faker. Ah, now that's an old joke. After Bammy Tay Faker had passed away, now of course what I was doing is trying to conjure the image of that Time magazine cover where she had streaming mascara. So I started searching around for something that would be more current. And I landed upon Harris Pilton under J. Whack to Bail. But I'm not really satisfied with that one anymore. I mean, nothing really hits like Bammy Tay Faker. It just has it all right there. But, so I've been casting around, and later on we can vote on this one. I was thinking Kellyanne Conway, which would come out Connie Ann Kelway. Of course, that's not very funny. Unless, of course, it's Connie Ann Kelway as played by Tim Curry. That's funny. Or maybe Hera Suckabee Handers. That's got promise. Hera Suckabee Handers. So those were the choices. Bammy Tay Faker, Harris Pilton under J. Whack to Bail, Connie Ann Kelway as played by Tim Curry, and Hera Suckabee Handers. I think there's some real value in one of those. Hopefully one of those struck you funny. No. That's why I don't do Robin Hood. You get to Friar Tuck, it's all over. And I don't do Treasure Island either. No fighting buccaneers. Which you may recall is what Evander Holyfield said after that notable fight with Mike Tyson, those many years ago. Anyway, moving on. Rindersella gone to the woe to the Bancy Fall. She dread na hancy fess. She had never seen a pantsy phallus before. Yeah, they all say that. She dread na hancy fess, so she's kidding in the sorter She's putting pud bottles in the kiving room larpet, when suddenly, in a smuff of poke, for your protection, always practice safe story. Her merry fodgother appeared. Bing! And she said, "Oh, Rindersella," as played by Fran Drescher, "would you like to bow to the Gwall?" And Rindersella said, "Woy, would I?" because she was a chassis click. So, with a mave of her magic wand, she turned Rindersella's truss of drags into a drancy fess. A nice colgut lound. She was clowing a little sheavage. Do I have to draw ye a diaphragm? She was kest to drill. Her merry fodgother gave her slew task clippers to foot on her peat, and Rindersella had finey little teat. Then, taking a pillow yumpkin, root tight fights and root tat fats, she made the magic wand guns when Fuke, I am your lather. Run them into a colding garage, hootine forces, and cootan some hoachmen who were really a stupple of cuds. So Rindersella haidstone with a stupple of cuds and had a twinage à moi. Pouvoir les Français. Whee! That's a stuther nori. That'd be Rindersella does Dallas. Rindersella bent off to the wall to prance with the dints. But she had to be back by the toke of Strelv, or her drancy fess would burn back into a tress of drags, leaving her nark staked in the whittle of a malboom. That's a sad bituation. Rough prom night, huh? So Rindersella bent off to the wall. Now she had to be back by the toke of Strelv. She bought to the gall. The blumpets trared. The wars up and died. The doors open wide. Now the pransome hints. He's down on the flan store and he's doing the tweppermint pist. He looked up. He saw her beautiful base, her bining shooty, her beaving bosom, and he lelled in fove. His part was hounding. Well, it happens. It's kind of embarrassing for a guy tearing tight whites. It was Suvadler's fight. They nanced all dight. They were fack and borth afloss the krantz door. They were pumping into people. His swalms were petting. This has taken an ugly turn. But just as he was about to lisser on the kips, just as he luckered his pips, at that mateful foment the strock cloaked. It was Melv Twidnight. Rhyme had tun out. Strestany had duck. Rindersella was clisthos to being nark staked in front of a strunch of angers. So she banned from the rawl in a pine blannock, and while she was bunning from the rawl, she slopped her dripper right in the piddle of the larking mott. Now, the pransome hints, he's backed on the flan store, sancing by himself. His pips are still luckered. He looked up to see his pants dartner dunning out the roar. So he followed her to the firking lot. And that's illegal. But he got to the piddle of the larking mott, the beautiful maiden had pissadeered. He was so piss-anointed, leaving a really big piddle in his larking mott. But he took lound, and there, right befeen his tweet, was the slass glipper. So he made a volum sow. He said he would kirch the singdom narn fear, gooking for the lurly goved. Said he would take that slass glipper and fie it on every trut until the shoe fit. Now, funny thing, about things like that. I've always found that to me, in these stories, it's funnier to dance around the wad birds rather than to say them out loud. So it used to be that things like that were considered, put me in the loose cannon category. Yeah, loose cannon. Somehow I was the moral equivalent of 2,000 pounds of cast iron rolling around on the deck, threatening to break everyone's ankles and send us all to the bottom. Loose cannon. Obviously, I'm not a loose cannon anymore, and I haven't changed anything. The world has changed around me. Of course, I shouldn't be surprised. So is my hair color. Anyway, wad birds. So, the Prancements, he hooked up. He's down on the flan store, sancing by himself. His pips are still luckered. He hooked up to see his pants starting dunning out the roar, so he followed her to the parking lot. Now, he sloughed the flipper, he kirched the signum narn fear, gooking for the lurly goved. Over Dillon Hale, Warren Fide, tie the by me rot to Rindersella's house, he was fed on his deet. He could starely band. He thought he'd have a hadal fart attack. And those are the worst kind. He hawked up to the house and he danged the roar bell. Dong ding. The sticked wet mother damned the roar and immediately stuck out her foot. Well, he fighted on her trut, but it fidn't it. He even fighted on the truddly eat of the Stu Tuggly Yep sisters, and we're talking Finky Steet. It fidn't it. The Prancements was hokenbarded. With hair in his fart, he was heaving the louse. That's disgusting. He was just about to hump on his jorse. Wilbur. When there, Kitty in the sorter was Rindersella, so he fabbed her grut. Yeah, right there in the riving loom. Rindersella had a finey little toot, a fainty little doot. He took that slash clipper, tipped it on her slows. It glit like a fuv. It was the moment he'd been mating for. He ducked, leaping to her thighs, and they pissed passionately. What a mess. Then they mot garried, and hived lappily after ever, and the storrel to the more he is, if you're punning through a larking mot, be a fart smeller, and slop your dripper. Well, thank you very much, Digital Ren Fair folks. I know they'll be putting up a little crawler here saying that you can throw money in the virtual hat at PayPal me at Zilch the Torysteller. So have a tice nine Ludguk, lappy handings, and I bid you all Nudgite.
Are you all ready for another piece of advice? This piece of random advice is my favorite piece of random advice of ever. Listen, this is very important. Every pizza can be a personal pizza if you try hard and you believe in yourself. And I believe in you. So you should go eat some pizza, but not right now because you got more show to watch. Next up is my best friend, Primrose the Fairy. And you might notice some music playing along with her too. Enjoy Primrose the Fairy. hope you're having so much fun here at the Digital Ren Fair visit to Fairhaven. Everyone take a drink of your drink. The next performers up are my best friends. They are the angels, heroines in disguise. And they perform and they sing and they fight and they're funny and they're pretty, and I want to be them when they grow up. Yeah. So enjoy the angels, heroines in disguise.
Good morrow.
Good day.
Hello there. Stop. We are the angels.
For heavenly beautiful.
Devilishly dangerous.
Righteously brave.
And wickedly clever.
Heroines in disguise.
Now we're here today to sing you a song. But before we do, I think we need to wet our whistles.
That's right. We've got to stay hydrated here in England's only desert.
So, a toast.
A toast! Oh, right.
Here's to the women.
Of all shapes and sizes.
Of all shades and stories.
May we be equalizers.
Now we haven't gotten to sing this song in a long, long time, so we need to ask for your help.
We do prefer to perform with percussive participation.
Oh, yes, you mean the clap.
I do. And that's no euphemism.
Because we don't make jokes about other people's health.
Right. We're asking you to clap along with us during the choruses. Now, it's a little bit complex, but we believe in you.
Every time we hit the chorus, at the end of the first line, 2 claps.
At the end of the second line, 2 claps.
At the end of the third line, you're going to wait for it, wait for it, wait for it, 1 clap.
And at the end of the last line, it's 3 claps.
I know that sounds complicated, but I bet you can handle it.
Give support to your girls with all of your might. Support them with teamwork to win any fight. Support your ladies and hoist them up high. Give a hand to each lady is our battle cry.
Every captain needs a first mate to haul on her lines. A ship built on friendship will sail on just fine. All hands on deck heave to tighten the stays. Between captain and first mate, full sails they will raise.
Give support to your girls with all of your might. Support them with teamwork to win any fight. Support your ladies and hoist them up high. Give a hand to each lady is our battle cry.
The commands of her general a lieutenant follows, and these bosom buddies overwhelm all their foes. On the front lines of battle, twin cannons they load, till in victory they're lifted, all honors bestowed.
Give support to your girls with all of your might. Support them with teamwork to win any fight. Support your ladies and hoist them up high. Give a hand to each lady is our battle cry. Beside every doctor's her hard-working nurse, a colleague to cleave to as cures they disperse. When the patient is sagging, then 4 hands are best to perk them back up, pump life into their chest. Give support to your girls with all of your might. Support them with teamwork to win any fight. Support your ladies and hoist them up high. Give a hand to each lady is our battle cry.
If we struggle alone, we're no damsel distressed, for the heart of a heroine beats beneath every breast. Give a hand in friendship, together we'll soar. With the proper support, we'll all be more and more.
Give support to your girls with all of your might. Support them with teamwork to win any fight. Support your ladies and hoist them up high. Give a hand to each lady is our battle cry. Give a hand to each lady is our battle cry.
Oh, that was marvelous. Just marvelous. Oh, I do love to support girls.
And not just girls. We support all kinds of people.
And all kinds of people support us, even if we can't see you in person at the festival.
Instead, you can see us on lots of other platforms, including Facebook, Instagram, and most recently, Patreon.
So come check us out online, and we'll do our very best to lift your, spirits.
Angels, I think it's time for a toast.
On toast.
Oh. Here's to cheating.
Here's to stealing.
Here's to fighting.
And here's to drinking.
If you cheat, may you cheat death.
If you steal, may you steal hearts.
If you fight, may you fight for your friends.
And if you drink, may you drink with us.
We are the Angels.
Heroines in disguise. Woo!
Ladies and gentlemen, and children of several ages, I hope you've been having a great time with us. I hope you've been chatting along in the comments. I hope you've been taking drinks of your drink. And I hope you have tossed $1 or $2 into virtual tip baskets. Now I have another piece of advice for you. You know, sometimes advice is funny, and sometimes situational. Sometimes it's situational funny. That's what we call situational comedy. That's why we call things sitcoms. I don't know, that's science. Anyway, I have a non-comedy piece of advice. Everybody, here it goes. If you don't like where you are, move. You're not a tree. Unless you are a tree. If you're a tree that's watching this, like you're Groot or something, then I apologize. But even Groot is a tree that can move. So if trees are watching this and they usually can move, and even if they can't actually move their roots, they can like sway their branches. And that's kind of moving. Yeah, that's science. Hashtag science. That's herpetology. I don't know. I'm not a geneticist. Anyway, up next on this visit to Fairhaven, we have 2 of my best friends. These are beautiful ladies, and they're not just beautiful because they're beautiful to look at. They're beautiful because they make beautiful sounds. Yeah, that's right. I'm talking about music. If you thought I was talking about something else, you're weird. Everyone take a drink of your drink. Up next are my best friends, the Lady Prudence and Sarah Mullins, for some amazing music.
Greetings, my dear friends. It is I, Lady Prudence, Her Majesty's Court Composer, and I am so excited to be part of this program in honor of the Arizona Renaissance Festival. My dear friends, I have missed you all so much this year, and I shall now sing a song in homage to not only a place that we miss and can't wait to see again, but also a place with mountains. The Arizona mountains are quite lovely. So, my dear friends, this is the mist-covered mountains of home.
Soon shall I see them, O hero,
Now, my dear friends, from there I shall await my dear friend Sarah Marie Mullen to join me on the stage, and then we shall perform another song for you. So wait right there. And here we are. I, Lady Prudence, and my good friend Sarah Marie Mullen shall now play a pair of jigs for you, Banish Misfortune and The Blarney Pilgrim. Thank you, my friends. That was wonderful. I can't wait to hear what she plays next.
That was fun. One tiny silver lining of the pandemic and being stuck on our property in Bastrop, Texas for the last year is getting to have one of our dear friends, Lady Prudence, come stay with us. She's been here for the last couple of months, which has allowed us to collaborate on some music, including that set of jigs you just heard. That's really fun for me. I'm Sarah Marie Mullen, and I play the Celtic harp at the Arizona Renaissance Festival. Some of you might be familiar with me, have seen me play at Arizona or at some other festivals around the country. Some of you might be seeing me for the first time. Now, I'm a stationary lane act, so I don't get to move around and find the crowds. This is just not the most mobile of instruments. So I have a little platform and some benches, and I sit and I play in one spot all day long. And that means that there are occasionally moments when there's just nobody around and I'm there on a stage by myself. And that is how this piece of music came to be. I found myself at the Arizona Festival on just a slow moment. There was no one around. I started to doodle on the harp, and I ended up writing the main theme for this composition of mine that would eventually grow into a piece I call the Carousel Waltz, because that main theme reminded me of the carousel on Casino Pier at Seaside Heights in New Jersey, near where I grew up. So this is my own composition. It's called the Carousel Waltz. thank you so much to Digital Ren Fair for putting together this virtual Arizona Renaissance Festival. Hope you've enjoyed this bit of music.
Now, next up in our visit to Fairhaven is someone that you might know of, you might have heard of, or you might have just heard him making noise in a show. He is a Guinness World Record holding whip cracker, and his name is Adam Crack. Now, luckily, this is virtual, so you have no danger of getting actually hit by a whip. But also, if you're going to have anyone crack whips around or near you, it would be Adam Crack, because his targeting is amazing. Enjoy Adam Crack the Whip Cracker.
Yeah! The greatest entrance in the history of Digital Ren Fair! At least I think so. I don't know. I didn't watch the other videos. Anyway. Hey there, my name is Adam Crack, your friendly neighborhood whip cracker, and I'm very excited to be a part of this Digital Ren Fair episode honoring the Arizona Renaissance Festival, where for over a decade I've been cracking my whips. For those of you that didn't know, a whip is the oldest man-made object to break the sound barrier. And for thousands of years, mankind has used the crack of the whip to drive chariots, tame wild animals, and even scare away evil demons. And that's why I never see my ex-girlfriend. Hello. And now, I'm gonna get this to work. We'll take both whips together. We'll go over. I learned that from watching Magic Mike. That, of course, was the theme song to Robot Chicken. And now, I'll attempt to make one whip go back and forth in front, timing the other one to shoot through it, crossing the whips at 90 degrees. Now, learning this trick, I made a lot of mistakes. First, just trying to get one whip to go back and forth in front half the time. Now it smacks me in the arm. That doesn't hurt. Yeah, shake it off. When you get that one going back and forth in front, you gotta time that left hand just right. If you don't, they will tangle, which is super frustrating, almost as frustrating as, I don't know, getting your boat stuck in the Suez Canal. Is that too soon? But finally, after a whole lot of practice, it goes just like that. I know. Now, I can go faster. You want to see me go faster? Very well. You want to see it again? All right, here we go faster. Dance move I learned off of TikTok. Well, it's finally time to light something on fire. Yeah. Now, while I'm getting the fire whip lit up, I'd like to thank all of you for tuning into this episode of Digital Ren Fair. And if you liked my show and would like to show your support, You can do so electronically by leaving a tip or donation in my PayPal or Venmo. Fire whip, fire whip. I know. Whew. I know. We call that one the Brazilian. Fire whip. That's a pretty good workout. But you guys have seen me done the fire whip a lot. So that's why I decided to do something a little bit extra. Whew. My name is Adam Crack. Thanks for watching.
This visit to Fairhaven is going amazingly. And you didn't even have to wear sunscreen because you're not even out in the sun for reals. You might be out in the sun. I don't know what you're watching this on, if you're watching it on a device outside. But also this is happening in the evening, so it might not be sunny too much anyway. But anyway, you can watch it wherever you want to watch it. I'm not the boss of you. You make your own decisions. Everyone take a drink of your drink. Up next are my best friends, Barely Balanced. They are the acro balancing 3-person funny show that you will watch and laugh at and then go, oh, because you think they're going to fall. But they're not going to fall because they're really talented. But before Barely Balanced, I would like to give you a piece of advice that I think Cameron would enjoy because he's been saying a lot of dad jokes online recently. This is a good piece of advice. Bear hugs are great. Real bear hugs are sometimes fatal. Enjoy Barely Balanced.
Hey everybody, we are your acrobatic daredevils, Barely Balanced, bringing you a special Arizona Renfest themed show.
Absolutely. For those of you who don't already know us, I'm Meerkat March. This is Calamity Cameron.
The only one here that's fuzzier than a teddy bear choya, and somehow a bigger prick.
Nice. And that big guy is the one and only, brand new to the AZRF crowd. We'd like to introduce you to Arizona.
Oh.
That's an A.
We are better known as small,
medium,
and large.
Now for tonight's show, we have got so many fun and brand new stunts prepared for you.
Heck yeah, we're missing Arizona. We love you guys. We hope you're enjoying all the winter snowstorms from your warm houses. As other people are salting the roads, we hope you are at home salting your margarita glasses.
Yeah, it is it's so impressively warm in Arizona. That is the thing I feel like I miss the most from being out there, is waking up and not just being like a creature that needs to go find sunlight. It is so hot there. It's insane. I found out in Arizona, it is the only place where you can discover that asphalt has a liquid state.
I've seen it.
I like that you can use your seatbelt as a pretty cool branding iron.
That's how we got that one and that one.
I have a weird seatbelt.
So guys, if you are ready for this very weird and wacky show that we've prepared,
type the word saguaro into your computers now.
If you can spell it, that is.
I can't, I'm so dyslexic.
There's so many G's.
For this first stunt, we're going to be having a double dose of danger.
That's right. 6 sharp knives. 2 stupid, brave men.
And 1 intelligent woman not getting in their way.
And nobody cares.
All right. Now we gotta make this a little bit more dangerous. So I'm gonna attempt to leap into the center of these moving knives.
To be honest, it's only a little bit scarier than walking through Apache Junction at night.
Yeah, they have bigger knives.
And haboobs of meth.
Cool. Well, I'll try to live up to it. Here we go. I'm coming in. In 3, 2, 1. Thank you.
Quit moving!
You can't tell me what to do. I'm an adult. I can have cake for breakfast. Small. Next, I'm gonna attempt to launch this yellow club into the whirling pattern of death and have it return to my hand.
And if one of us dies, well, let's be honest, it's going to be Arizona. Donate his mustache to the new large.
Locks of large. Ready. Here we go. Hup. You guys, I think they want to see a little bit more.
Oh.
How about one of these?
Oh my goodness.
And one of these. And one more time. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean,
Whew.
Yeah.
She's drunk on power, or maybe tequila.
Arizona is an awesome place to hang out, but it can be very dangerous. They have rattlesnakes, scorpions, and cacti everywhere. They could be anywhere, including our show.
boy, do I feel bad for the sucker that has to juggle that.
Nut it.
Nut it.
These people, they don't want to see me juggle that.
First of all, don't call them these people. And secondly, look at how many of them that showed up to see this stunt.
Do it!
Don't think of it as a cactus. Think of it as a goth cucumber.
It's not a phase, Mom.
We named this club the Scottsdale because it's mostly plastic and covered in bricks.
Oh, don't tear your costume, please.
He's gonna be fine. He's already ripped. Ho ho ho.
Man, I hope the shipment of flour comes in today. We can't afford to go another week without biscuits. I agree! Oh my goodness! No! Oh, it couldn't be. Oh, tell me, Ned. It's old Black Bart Shoulders McGillicuddy. Oh, I heard he got bit by a radioactive rattlesnake.
I sure did, and I'd do it again in a heartbeat.
No, sir. You'll have my gold.
Hold these.
I couldn't possibly. I got my sweeping stick.
Hold these.
Well, this won't be very efficient, but all right. What's he doing with our cell, sir? My butt just did the same thing. It got me a better race. The sunset again.
Oh, wait. Oh, thank you, mate.
Thanks for not stabbing us. Well, I guess I better go back to cleaning the flow. And I better go back to slapping hookers.
You took my shoulders, McGillicuddy.
sarsaparilla. You tell me that I drink too much. And who wants to hear that 9 times a day?
Hey, Cam.
Yeah?
I reckon you got some outstanding balance there.
Why, thank you. It's what the bank says every time I come in. Usually followed by, would you please wear some shoes?
Ready, primary cowboy?
Ready? 3, 2, 1, rock! Ho! Rootin' tootin'!
Booze goes straight to my head.
Oh, careful. I had a friend who died because he fell in a vat of beer.
Yeah?
Yeah. It took 5 hours to kill that son of a gun, and he had to get out 3 times to pee.
Hey, Shoulders McGillicuddy?
Yeah?
Does this don't give you forehead wrinkles?
Why?
Because if it does, they'll make all the headlines. I tell you what, friends, Grandma got in a car accident again.
Oh, no.
She told a police officer that he was on his mobile phone and drinking. Police officer said he can do what he wants in his own home.
Hey. What's all this now? Or you better keep a stiff upper lip.
My friend, I caught him putting mints on his toes.
Yeah.
He was playing tic-tac-toe.
We don't know what people do in Arizona. Apparently, we think it's this. I apologize. Send all your angry letters to tortugatwins.com.
Hey there, cowpokes. What do you call an Egyptian spine puncher?
What's that?
A chiropractor.
Now then, what you call a dinosaur who fixes backs?
What's that?
A chiropractor.
Scoop. Now, y'all, what do you reckon you call someone with like 75% of their spine removed?
What's that?
Quarterback.
Oh, that's a doozy.
I gotta tell you, these sobriety tests on US 60 sure are crazy. Oh, oh.
I don't want to hit your toesies.
Did I pass, officer? Now for this next one, we are going to do a classic. Some might say the reason why people come to see Barely Balanced.
That's why I'm here.
Yeah, and that thing is, can you see Large on his back?
Yeah. We know what you're here for.
Hey, Mom. Living my life.
No, he didn't say living the dream, just living his life.
Welcome.
Living adequate.
Living in the woods.
Oh, really? These. What? I know that we're like a Renaissance act, but we don't need like authentic Renaissance feet. These, how do you get turkey legs? Oh, don't put them, oh, they're graspy. Oh, no. Oh.
People, let me tell you about my best friend.
Wait, you guys.
Yeah.
What do you call an Italian person that has a thing for feet?
What?
A fettuccine! I'm sorry.
Are you, though?
Here we go. Oh, hey, Ari?
Yeah.
Do you know why Canadian cowboys have sticky feet?
Why?
Maple stirrups. Ooh, we got some toys.
Yeah, it's your bouquet of danger, sir.
Ooh, and with just 2 more piercings, I can finally apply a hot topic.
Awesome. Because turnabout is fair play.
That right there was actually invented by my grandfather. It's a cold air balloon.
Yeah?
Okay.
Yeah, it never really took off.
Get out of here.
At least if they cut you, it'll cauterize the wound. 3, 2, 1. Whoa! Now, with us traveling on the road all year, living out of trailers, we have to make sure that everything we own has a multi-purpose.
That's why I learned to do the dishes.
We're talking about the ladder. Also, soap.
So we came up with this stunt with the ladder. It's gonna take the most strength out of anything you have seen us do today.
Which, I gotta be honest, I'm kind of nervous about it. I recently pulled a muscle on a trip to Florida.
What?
Yeah. I don't even know how it happened. I'm thinking about calling CSI my hammy.
All right. I guess this is the route we take.
Oh, now it's becoming moons over my hammy.
Do you know what this trick is called?
Huh.
The Fountain of Spewth.
More like an exorcism, jeez.
Hello.
This trick takes so much muscle. If we were vegetables, we'd be muscle sprouts.
Ready.
Margaret would be asparagus.
No.
Ready?
Ready. Come on, friends. Type Saguaro if you know how to spell it.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys, first time. I'm so glad.
We did
I
it!
got you.
We've never practiced how to get out of this.
Am I helping?
Yeah, this is great.
This is how people used to climb walls in old movies.
I worry that my last words will be, hold his beer and watch this.
Welcome to Arizona.
I'm gonna drop you on this stunt.
You can't!
Ready.
Let me adjust this hand. There we are.
Yeah. So good job.
Good job, you guys. Hold tight.
Oh, my Tootsie!
Amazing!
We're on the ground again!
Hey, Margaret.
Hey, yeah.
Did you hear about Achilles when he got hit with an arrow?
No.
He said, he'll know.
Heal this.
Did you guys hear that Orion lost an archery contest?
No.
Yeah, he got a constellation prize.
That's fine. There's a 6-pack down there, too.
Say bye-bye, Bing.
Oh.
Yes!
Oh, you guys!
That's amazing! Oh, man!
Let's do it again! Let's do it again! Let's do it again!
Who's enjoying the show so far? Well, we're not done yet.
That's right. We still have our big finale stunt left to do. And before that, we'd like to find out who out there is missing the Arizona Renaissance Festival.
Yeah, right now, type in the thing that you miss the most about Ren Fair.
The thing that we miss most is hanging out with all of you. It's been a crazy year not getting to see all of our friends. But if you want to help us through these wild times, you can by throwing a couple of bucks into our digital tip basket.
On Venmo.
Or on PayPal.
Or even through Zelle.
We appreciate your generosity so much.
And I can't wait to meet all of you in 2022.
Right now, we're not done yet because it is time for our big finale stunt.
Let's do something stupid.
Hey, I'd like to give a super special shout out to the brand new people tuning in right now.
Watch the digital Ren Fair, they said. It won't get weird.
On a positive note, your blood pressure sounds great.
Ready?
Woo!
Wah, wah, wah.
Okay, imagine if this is what you saw saw walking out of a haboob. Ching! Ching! Ching!
This town ain't big enough for the two of us. Quick, draw! Pew, pew, pew!
Hey, you guys, what did the teenager say when he threw somebody out of the saloon?
What?
Yeehaw! Ready?
Ready.
Whoop.
How you doing there, Margaret?
I am a dainty lady.
And if you slip, Cameron's gonna be one too.
Oh no.
Good people, this is our finale stunt. Get pumped in 3, 2, 1.
Yeah! Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo! Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo!
Yeah! Thank you so much. We are Barely Balanced.
We are so glad you joined us for our Easy RF special.
We can't wait to see you in 2022.
Well, friends, I hope that you have had an amazing time here at a visit to Fairhaven, our homage to the Arizona Renaissance Festival by the Digital Ren Fair. Make sure that you've liked and subscribed to all the different social medias of all of the different performers you've seen tonight. And also make sure that you've liked and are following the Digital Ren Fair Facebook page and the Digital Ren Fair YouTube page. All of the past main stage performances can be found on our Facebook page, so if you missed something, go ahead and go back and watch it again. There's no rules about how long you have to watch it, or how many times you get to watch it, or how many items you get to take to the dressing room. You do you. I really appreciate you all being here with me, Gwendolyn, from The Gwendolyn Show. Maybe I'll see you at the Arizona Renaissance Festival next year, or at another festival coming up shortly. Have a great rest of your night. Thank you from all of us at the Digital Ren Fair and all of the performers for our visit to Fairhaven. Bye!
Gather round now, you children. Let me tell you a tale. A tale about a cowboy. He weren't no regular cowboy, though, no. He were half boy, half cow. The centaur of the wild, wild west. The cowboy. His ma were a mad woman, cutting him half. Sewed his top on the bottom of a mighty, mighty bowl. Now the cowboy headed down south to Arizona, through the deserts, past the saguaros, looking to go to a fair. Well, he got down there, he had a look, but there ain't no fair this year, no Renaissance fair. So we got into his rucksack, grabbed his laptop, moseyed on over to Facebook.com, looked up the Digital Ren Fair. So if you see someone here in the comments, and you ain't sure just what he is, maybe he's a boy, maybe he's a cow, well, he just might be that wild centaur of the wild, wild west. But folks round here, they just know him as the cowboy. Yeah! Yeah!